Alrighty, so I'm live. I'll try to position this a little better area. I don't know how late it'll be before anybody actually shows up. Looks like I gotta over some things here. So welcome to MacBean Scottish Fitness Midnight Madness. And the day before Thanksgiving, I figured I'd come out and just play a little Skyrim, relax, answer questions about fitness or anything else you want to ask. Trolls will be blocked, just letting you know. But this gives me an opportunity to talk to some of my subscribers that are maybe out far west in different type zones. So it's 11:45 here at night. I know California is about 2 hours behind us, so it's only 9:45. And then if you get to Hawaii, which I know I have some subscribers there too, so hopefully it'll pick up. We shall see. Got a new character here that I'm starting over. It's only second level. And I think before I go and try to take on the big boys, I'm going to get myself to Whiterun and do some selling. Because I don't have... Yeah, so I think I'll do that before I go off and explore any further. And here we go, Daniel, Texas. It's like on the very east side of Texas. Hey, Eric, good evening. Oh no, my connection's messing up now. It wasn't earlier. Oh, there we go. So I haven't done this in a while. I said, what the heck? Pop it in there. I've got Skyrim loaded up. Then I'll mess around with it every now and then when I don't have anybody online, but it looks like I do. Please hit the thumbs up. If you're on there, I would appreciate it. So let me put that poll. Start a poll. Did you hit thumbs up? Now let's keep it yes or no. I know I did it on one of mine where it was yes and no, I'm a troll. And I think I invited some trolls. So I did. But Eric King, happy Thanksgiving. Chauncey, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for stopping in. I am batching it this week. I sent Mama to see the grandson. So she's going to be there until Monday. I got to go 2 weeks ago and see the new grandson. So now it's her turn, which is only fair. And so I got off work and there wasn't really anything else to do. I didn't feel like going to bed yet. And I'm not really one for going out. If I'm going to go out, it's going to be with the missus. It's not going to be just me. So I'll either go to bed right away and then get up. And I think if I stay up an extra hour or two, it won't change when I get up. Anyway, good week so far. Warm weather here again in Illinois. I was out today with no shirt on. Even did me some shrugs. Went for a walk today. Went for a walk yesterday. Hell, I might even sneak one tomorrow before I go over to my buddy's house for Thanksgiving dinner. But thank you for everybody for popping in. I appreciate it. And feel free to engage any way you want to. I will, in between engagements, I will sit there and play some Skyrim. And I do have a Foster Lagers in the freezer getting chilled for me, which I'm going to give about another couple minutes before I go down and get. So this is kind of my home away from home room. I got a bunch of my medals. I don't know if you see the trophies, but I have trophies for my weightlifting. I was up worshiping and praising the Lord. It's always a good thing to do. And stop by to say hi. Well, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. God bless you, sir. Have a blessed night. Chauncey, you too. Also, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for stopping in. and have a restful night and have a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. So I'm popping in here ready to sit there and explore Skyrim. I don't do the Xbox often, about, I don't know, once a month, maybe, is the average. But some of them are fine. I like the role-playing games. I like the Fallout 3. I like Skyrim. Didn't care for Oblivion. I guess Oblivion is fun if you don't start the quest. So I guess the whole thing is, if you're going to play Oblivion, don't go find Martin. Don't go rescue him. Because once those gates open up, it's just no fun. But doing some of the guild quests and stuff like that is. So I went back to my level 2 character. I actually ran this character up to level 42. And then what I like to do is like to start him back again in the beginning and then take a different path. So I think the last character I went and did the mage quest. So on this one here, I'm going to find out one of the other ones to do. I haven't figured out just what that's going to be right yet, but it's going to happen. So hopefully you can kind of see the game here. I was in the Emerald Mine, and I can't carry anything else out. So I figure this is a good time to do a fast travel, hop over to Trap, and go sell my stuff, make me some money. What I like about Skyrim is the graphics are fantastic. There's a lot of outdoor adventure. There's a lot of caves. Oh, look, there's a cave. I wonder what it is. Once you get your companion from Whiterun, which I always like to get, I'll run her for a while with me, and then when it gets to get really dangerous, I have her stay back in Whiterun because I don't want her to get killed. So you can kind of see some of the damage I've done. And have I found Whiterun yet? I don't know if I have or not. I think I have. Yeah, there it is. So let's go back to Whiterun. Here we go. How long have you been gaming for? So I'm not a big gamer, but there are a few games I like, and this is one of them. So I remember back in the PC days, my buddy was telling me about this game, Morrowind. Hey, Harvey Black, how you doing? Cheers, happy Thanksgiving. And he's like, oh, man, you got to go. This is like, one of the best games. And I said, yeah, maybe I'll get it with these times. Yeah. So he sent it to me. And once I started playing it, I was like, oh, my goodness. I said, this is a fun game. So I played Morrowind. And that was on the computer. And then I finally went and got the kids an Xbox 360. I got it on points when I was selling retail. We used to get points from the vendors, and you could use it to buy stuff. It was really a good time. And so I got the 360, got some games, and then my buddy, I'd be talking to him, and he'd be playing Fallout 3. Tell me how a great game it was and that. I'm like, yeah, I'll get it one of these times. So, of course, he sent it to me. And when I loaded up Fallout 3 and seen the opening sequence, I was like, oh, my goodness. This game is going to be so awesome. And it was. So, and I'll still play that game. I was actually, last time I had this fired up, it was Fallout 3 that I was playing. But today I felt like going back and starting. So this is a level 2 character, about ready to make level 3. I just figured, I'll go back and sit there and try one of the other different quest lines. Sometimes just the mini quests are more fun than the main quest. I've done the main quest on Skyrim once. I went in there with daggers. That was a mistake. Oh my God. Because I got 30 times the damage with daggers when I was sneaking. problem is when you go to the main quest, the final area, you can't sneak on any of those things. So that made it more difficult than it needed to be. But so Fallout 3, Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas, Skyrim are really the ones I play. The other ones I don't. Yeah, I'm not those first-person shooter ones. I'm not, because I'm not good with the controller, and I'm really good in real life. So I guess that frustrates me. And I'm really good in real life, but a controller, I'm like, oh, I'm all over the place. So thanks for joining in. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go downstairs and get one of Cole Foster's, and I will read right back up. But everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. Feel free to say hello to each other. Feel free to ask questions. I'll be right back. All right. And I'm back. There we go. And to get me my potion of gaming. Skyrim and working out. Yeah. I love Skyrim. I love Fallout. As I play it, maybe only about once a month. Cheers, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. In about 3 months or 3 minutes. So here, of course, I'm in. I can sell some stuff to the drunken huntsman. What have you got for sale? All right, so first of all, let's sell all the stuff I don't need. So fur armor, nope, don't need. Don't need. Iron dagger superior. Iron shield, nope. Iron war axe superior. Which one does more damage? Yeah, but I think once I work on the let's see, steel sword. Value 15. All right. Steel mace. Steel war axe. All righty. How do I weigh so much? Look at miscellaneous. Nope. All right, so I got 276 gold. So not a lot. Happy Thanksgiving, Eric. So let's see what hunting bow. Damage 8. What does my bow do? Damage 10. So I got a superior bow there. Iron arrows I've got. How many iron arrows do I have? 30. So I got enough of those. Apparel. Banded iron shield. Nope, don't want. Steel armor. That looks a little bit better. Let me see. Armor value of 33. And I have light armor. 31, but the weight is 6. Steel armor. Weight is 35. So I think for only 2 points of armor, I'm not going to go with the heavier. I'm not going to go with the heavier armor. Oh, I can't afford it anyway. So I think I'm going to keep the armor that I have. Food. Nope.
Thank you very much for your business.
Now I can go back to the mine and finish out the rest of it because there's still more people to take out. Oh, let me see what my weight is. I don't understand. Oh, I've got a lot of posts. I got a lot of stuff I can't sell them. That's the problem. Oh, yeah. I'm not sure where I got all that stuff from. I got some weird stuff on the screen. So if you're just joining in, I'm just playing here a little bit of Skyrim. And
I'm the commander of the guard.
my character got some weird stuff in there. I don't think he should have, but he seems to have it. I got to find a place to dump some of this stuff. Can I make potions here? I think I might be able to. I don't know what I can make, but let me see. Anything? Ingredients. Yes, because I can find out some of these things by eating them, and I haven't done that yet. Here's kind of the nice thing about being away from a game for a while is you should have known that would do that. Is you kind of forget what things do. So it's nice to be away from it for a while, and then you pop back into it, and you're like, hey, wait a minute, okay, this is what I can do. So now I can make some, let me see, resist fire. Not worth a lot, but hey, I can make it. I can make some damage health. Ooh, they are worth some money. What you can do is you can try to pick some different. There we go. And you. Oh yeah. See if I got any. I seem to have poisoned myself to the point where do you only play the newer games like Skyrim, or do you play any of the older games? So Skyrim actually is one of the older games now. I played Oblivion. I didn't like Oblivion. Too dark. I mean, I guess if I go back and play it again, I just won't rescue Martin, so those gates never open up. Because there were some fun things about Oblivion to play. Morrowind is one of my favorites. And I think you can get it now again, or they're supposed to be making it for the Xbox One. But it'd probably be time for me to get the newest version of Xbox. I used to play a game called Ultima. I think the first one I got was Ultima 6. And I really think it was kind of the preludes to the Morrowind games, because there were a lot of things very similar to it. But that was fun. But those were on the computer games. Excuse me. And then, but I haven't played some of these for a long time. And there you go. Finding new effects. So yeah, I did. Where was I going with this? Probably forgot. But what I play now is usually Skyrim or Fallout 3, Fallout 4. And then I got to see if I have Fallout New Vegas around here somewhere. It's one of the kids' games. Yeah, I got 2 copies of Fallout 4. I got the regular version for the Xbox One, and then I got the Game of the Year one. Let me see, what's this one here? Fallout New Vegas. There we go. Now, this is for either the Xbox One or the Xbox 360. I haven't played this one for a while, so I think this might be the next one I play as well, Fallout New Vegas. So that's the Ultimate Edition. Woo! Yeah, I haven't played that one in a long time. And I liked Fallout New Vegas. Especially when you realize that those dead claws are far more dangerous in Fallout. Black Friday deals on games and electronics, I'm sure. Craft. Yeah, so that was but it's not in my kind of budget right now. So to say. Right now, my budget is consisting of, paying down bills and you look rather pale. He's always saying you look pale. Always trying to sit there and. Oh, where'd she go? Oh, there's. Oh, guess it's time to leave.
Pardon me, but do I detect a case of the rebels? I've got something for them.
Yeah, I gotta leave now. She's closing shop. Then I gotta get some stuff I gotta get rid of. So let me see. How much weight am I carrying now? Oh, carrying less weight. So I got rid of a lot of the stuff. This might have been one of the games where I did a download off, some sort of addition to it. And my buddy said, "Oh, this one's pretty cool," and there's some weird stuff that come with it. All right, level up. Choose an attribute. They'll give me an idea how early in the game it is. I have 100 health, 110 magicka, and 100 stamina. So I think it's time to increase health. So I believe as I originally was starting this character as a mage. And I ran him up to, I think, 42 level, 42nd level. And he's a Breton, so they do have advantages with magic. But no. Maybe conjuration spells so I can conjure things to fight for me. Maybe I'll do that. But let me cancel that first. I want to see alchemy. Alchemy is always very helpful. Potions and poisons you make are 20% stronger. We'll do that. Potions can really keep you in the game. And all right, so I got 10 more hit points. But I do need to go find a place to sit down and rest. Or dump some of this stuff. I'm trying to think, what is... Yeah, these bones. I don't know where these bones came from.
Lydia, they want to back the storm close. They'll get what's coming to them.
I'll find a weird place to dump all this stuff. Drop. I don't know where this came from. Look, it hurt to do that too. All right, see how much I have now. 114. So now it's time to go back to the mine. A mine is a terrible thing to waste. So let's get in a sneak and travel back to that mine. And get the rest of the treasure there. It's one of these things where it's not fighting anything really too tough yet. Well, there we go. So anyway, thanks for joining in here at Midnight Madness at Scottish Fitness. If you're just joining in, generally about nutrition and fitness and that, but sometimes you just have to have fun. And this is how I have fun sometimes and unwind. It's really too late for me to be working out. Although I have done it before. Depending on my schedule, one time I used to work out from about 10 to 1 in the morning when I would do it downstairs in my basement. And I got in really good shape too. I ain't gonna lie. I was doing more of a bodybuilder's workout at that time. And I was pretty ripped. Back in my 30s. And then I started getting stronger, and then I kind of concentrated on the strength more than I did on... Too bad I can't shoot through here. Only because I tried it one time. No clairvoyance. All right, so you're going to sneak around here and kill some people. I always like playing the really good sneaky guy. The funny part is with us when you sit there and you stick somebody and... Speaking of, it was. But now you're dead. Then they have a wolf in here you can let loose and kind of let him do some of your work. And here's the treasure. 60 gold, pretty good for only a second level. Lock places, 2 potions, steel war axe, and a copper and onyx circlet. Large sack has some potatoes. As funny as potatoes and salt are, you can make some really good. First of all, salt's a good reagent for making stuff, but you could also make some stews and that are really good for healing. So it's like at low levels, you grab everything. At higher levels, I would ignore this stuff. But when you're low level, you grab everything there is. Now, let's see how much weight I have now. 206. Okay, not too bad. Only problem with some of the stuff is when you get weighted down, there's cooler stuff at the end to grab. So you can usually, what I do sometimes is I just go back to kind of the beginning and dump some of the stuff off, knowing I can come back and grab it at the entrance. Because there will be some better stuff to grab further up there. So what I do is I come to an area that's easy to get to from the entrance, and then I drop a bunch of stuff. So here, like the great sword, iron sword, the war hammer, all those things are a lot of weight. So I'll dump them here. And I come back later and get them. Dun, dun, dun. So, hey, thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. I appreciate that. Thanks for joining here on Midnight Madness. Midnight Madness. We had one person said, I ain't hitting the thumbs up. And you want to know something? That's okay. That be all right. I did find if you do ask in a poll, and I got this from Jennifer Cruz, she's got a really nice channel, I tend to get more. So I want to get some satisfaction. So I can hear, a lot of times there's a wolf in here. I don't know if he's in here now. Don't see him. But there are more enemies, so I have to be stealthy. So I be sneaking. Oh yeah, here's somebody working the anvil. So like there's somebody way off there in the distance. And a lot of times I like to pick the ones off further away if I can before I hit the ones that are closer. Okay, so now I have to switch weapons because there we go. Ugh. That's a kill. Back to sneak mode. and heal up. Won't dropping your items leave them open for other? In certain areas, yes. If you're in town or in areas where there's a lot of traffic, yeah, that can happen. Not very often. But here where I'm killing everything in a dungeon, now if I don't come back within a certain period of time, yes, it'll reload and either the items will be gone or they'll be redistributed. So like you can clear out some of these dungeons and then after a while the stuff will respawn. Not all of them, but some of them. I think this may not be one of them, but some do. As like in Fallout 3 and clear out certain areas, and after a while you come back, there's things that move back in. So yeah, good question. So here, steel greatsword, some gold. And the thing of it is, a lot of this stuff weighs a lot. But if you're poor, so I was at like 208 carrying weight when I dumped the stuff. I got down to about 137. And just by killing those couple of guys and the one I haven't went to yet, I'll be right back up that carrying weight again. And there are other things I want to get out of here first. There's some good armor making stuff in that. So when you first start out and your strength is low, because as your character gets stronger, you can carry more, and then there is a perk that allows you to carry more also. Allows you to carry about 50 points more that my buddy usually gets any chance he has. And where you drop the stuff too. If you drop it where they can fall, they will. And some of the stuff don't weigh much, but some of it does. And so here I dump that stuff again. And my carrying weight now is down to 123. So now I can go get, I think I can finish the rest of the mine out without having to do this again. But is there a possibility that some of the stuff can disappear? Yep, there is. And then when you use a sword, you get points for using a sword. When you use a bow, you get points for using a bow. You can go up in the levels by getting kills using different weapons. And then you can select perks that allow your weapons to do more damage. And if you use spells, then you'll get more points on spells. So I don't know if you can see it, but I don't think you can. There we go. But I can also use spells. I just haven't been using it. Here, let's see if that'll. So this one I have my sword out, and then I also have the ability to throw flame. So once again, here you got some rabbits and pheasants. You got food stuff that you'd be able to take grilled leeks, take baked potatoes. Those things will help me heal. Salt piles used for cooking and potion. And salt's one of the good ones to have. So it's like you never. There's a bottle of wine. Another bottle of wine. And some areas will allow you to cook in different areas. And then some stuff has no value whatsoever. So there we got some carrots. So I know there's a place in one of the towns that I can do a bunch of cooking. Oh, wait a minute. Boy, I don't remember finding this before. Okay. Little secret alcove. I didn't leave any treasure or anything, but what's there? Oh, I can mine something. Brought me to an area I can mine ore. So mining ore allows you to make weapons. And there's a treasure chest there, so sometimes it's good to get that third person look. Otherwise, I would not have seen that. So here I've got to sit there and unlock it. There we go. Hunting bow, steel mace, 53 gold, iron ingot. So this is an amulet. It increases the speech skill by 15 points. And your speech skill will allow you, and there's a coin purse, will allow you to get better prices at things. I never found this one before, so this is a newbie. Yay, much free. Okay. I just walk in a circle? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Let's try that again. There we go. And here's that person let's get back in sneak mode. Longbow, gold wine, silver necklace, worth money. So now down here is a place where I can better weapons. So when you go to a area where you can smith, you can improve weapons. So say you've got an iron dagger that only does 6 points of damage, and depending on your skill, the first time you do it, you might be able to it might make it 7 points of damage. And then as you level up, your ability to sit there and make weapons that can do more. So here's a book on light armor and forging. So when I read it, I increase my smithing to 16, and now I've just made 3rd level. And those books are worth taking. So when you level up, I want magicka, health, or stamina. So stamina is important too. Then I have a perk. So I can do speech. So haggling, buying and selling is 10% better. These are useful when you're a new character, but when you become a more powerful character, then they're kind of useless. But say I do haggling, and then I can bribe, I get better price. It's kind of okay, and there are some things worth doing. Being able to sell any type of item to any type of merchant is actually worthwhile. So even though it's not a combat skill, I'll take it, because in the long term, it'll allow me to buy better weapons and better armor, which will keep me alive. So it's kind of worth having. And here we got Iron Greatsword. Well, here's where you can use the workbench and improve things, but it requires stuff I don't have. But then here we go, iron agate. So let's go to here. Now, here's some things that can work. So right now the hunting bow is worth 50 gold. Here we go. And I can improve it. So I improve it, now it's worth 58 and does 1 more point of damage. The Iron Greatsword is worth 50. It does 16 points of damage. I can now make it worth 58. It does 17 points of damage. And the same thing. The pickaxe, I don't usually do it with the pickaxe because they don't need to be better, but sometimes you can have fun with it. So that kind of helps improve my smithing skills. I don't have anything I can do with armor right now. They don't do the right stuff. Then here I can actually make stuff. So here it's like hide. I can make iron daggers if I have to. You just kind of gotta look at what you have. I can make building materials. At one point here, you can make a house. I can make some other weird stuff here. So the only thing I can really make right now is an iron dagger, which I might as well do because it improves my skill and allows me to make a little bit more money. So now I'll see, I've got 197 over 305. I can carry a little bit more, probably because I kicked up my stamina. Well, I think I can still go on with the rest of the dungeon without having to dump anything. When I come out at the end of it, I know there's a pretty powerful guy I got to fight. And he'll have really good stuff. And that's not where I want to dump my stuff. But I can always walk really slow if I need to. I got almost 100 carrying points. All right, so here, so here's a good place to save. So sometimes it's worth saving. Because you hate to do all this work and then end up getting your character killed. And then end up oh, it's not where I thought I was. Okay. So what I can do is just go back to the entrance of the mine and load up on some more of those other swords. And then come back and start doing some selling. So once again, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for stopping by. It's MacBean Scotch Fitness Midnight Madness. I don't feel like going to sleep, so AT&T is willing for me to have a signal. I figured, well, what the heck? So iron sword, iron axe. You always got to kind of peek. So, when am I gonna? Iron greatsword. 41. Got a mace. Armor. See where I am weight wise. Still pretty good. And, Harvey, with your thing, could some things disappear? Yes, I think some things did. I think a couple weapons might have disappeared. I really didn't think I'd be able to carry everything, but it looks like I can now. What, I can sit there and earn me some money. And the reason I'm doing the Midnight Madness is because some people on the West Coast and the Hawaiian Islands Heck, might even catch some of the East countries. Can now kind of listen to what's doing. So now I'm going to go to Riverwood. Riverwood is one of those places where I can cook. So first of all, let's drop the weapons. And there, see, here's a place I can cook. Think of it. There we go. Use cooking pot. Allows you to up. So I can do miscellaneous. Or I can make potato soup. Restores 10 points of health and 10 points of stamina. And it has some value. So all that stuff I combined allowed me to do those things. Which is just kind of like free heal potions, things like that. And then you're always grabbing ingredients. Any flower, any fungus, you want to grab. So here's one of the, here's Alvor. And Alvor, you gotta be careful, because sometimes when the dragons start attacking, he gets killed. It kind of sucks. It says you need help around the fort. So here I can do some things to earn some experience points.
How about you spit me an iron dagger? Here's everything you need to make one. Go ahead.
So before I sit there and start buying from him and that, I kind of do these things he asks me to do. Actually, I can smith other stuff, but I'm just going to do what he asks me to do. He pays me for it, and then he gives me other stuff to do.
Iron and steel is what you need. Leave that fancy elephant stuff in the elves. Take a look.
Doesn't let me do anything else. Won't let me do that. I'll try it again. So let's sell. All right, my Imperial bow does more damage. You know, it's an extra weight. It still does more damage. All right, fine. Bolt that one. Bow. Speech is increased to 22, and here's what I forgot to do. So now I'm going to disengage from them. I'm going to go back to my apparel. Remember, I have an amulet that increases my speech skill. And I should have known that, should have remembered. But now I can sit there and sell and buy things. I get more for what I sell. I spend less for what I buy. There we go. Now I've got some gold, so I look and see what he's got. So what does he have? Well, he's got these ingots. They're hard to come by. So I'm going to buy one. Not a lot, but just one. He does have a hide helmet of minor archery. That's meaning my bows do 15% more damage, but I don't have enough gold. And what I find out is most of the time you don't have enough money to buy these things at low levels. You're better finding them. Here's the Imperial Bowl of Chills. So it does the same damage that my bow does now. It also does 5 points of frost damage to health and stamina. And I am using a bow. So this one is one of the ones worth buying. So I am going to purchase it. The next thing is steel arrows. They do more damage than. So my iron arrows do 8 points of damage. And you can't sell iron arrows, everybody can get them. Where steel arrows do 10 points of damage. So five, these got 10 of them. They're worth getting. You know, spend money, you might as spend it on stuff that's going to help you out. Look at miscellaneous, same thing. You got ores, you've got leather, you got leather strips. You need leather strips to do a lot of things. So I'm not going to buy a lot of them. We'll buy a few because we don't have a lot of money. All right, so for some reason, the forge and the forge and iron dagger. That's where I messed up. There we go. So I wonder why he wasn't talking to me about me forging the iron dagger. Well, because I didn't do it. I went and sharpened one. There we go.
Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up? Just need a bit of metal and the grindstone over there.
So even though I know how to do all these things,
Until next time.
he gives you free stuff. So you go ahead and do this. But this is really meant for to kind of teach someone, how to forge stuff. So it's like a tutorial.
Yeah.
See that? I'm sharpening it. Now what?
Put time into your blades. They'll serve you well when you need them. You want to keep helping? How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack. Until next time.
Now you go to the leather and there we go.
You looking for a new blade? Iron or steel is what you need. Use that fancy-
I'm gonna go back and get me another beer. But as you still got a couple of bitter, thanks for joining in. Don't forget to say hi, hit the thumbs up. Have any questions about Skyrim or fitness? Let me know. As long as AT&T is not kicking my signal out, I'll keep the live stream going. It's gonna refuel. Alrighty. And this is one of the things I like about this game is it's kind of cool, They really put a lot of thought in this. So here's that leather you wanted.
Good. A lot of weapons and armor need leather for straps, fittings, that kind of thing.
And going across the street to another trader, I'll get one of my other mini quests that are worth getting. So,
Until next time.
you want me to improve it? Or make armor? I think make leather armor. Yeah.
Whatever you need. Mike, I see no harm in skill. The grindstone will improve your weapons. Use the table to improve your armor.
There we go. Cheers.
Raw material.
Can you brew beer in the game? Yes, there's a brewery. I believe there's a brewery where you can go and get beer too. Can you brew really beer? No. Be nice if you could. But there are some limitations. Good question, though, Harvey. I like that one. I think you make wine too. And if not, somebody has probably written an addition to it. You know, there are a lot of things that you can that you can sit there and get for these. You can build a house, you can adopt children, you get married.
Whatever you need.
Now here, you can get involved in a quest, which is beneficial.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, somebody stole something from
What to do then? Let's hear it.
them, and this one's one of the ones worth doing as a low level because you can
I don't know what yeah.
you can get some experience points, get some cool stuff, and then plus he'll sell stuff to you at a better price.
Robbers were only an ornament. Solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw. You could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. If you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northwest of town.
So this is your plan, Lucas?
Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
No, by the 8, fine. But only to the edge of town.
This is new. I usually leave before here. She's going to guide me. So I guess this is why my buddy says you leave the areas too soon.
We have to go through town and across the bridge to Bleak Falls Barrow. You can see it from here, though. The mountain just over the buildings. You're new around here, so I'll go easy on you. But don't get on my back. Those old crypts are filled with nothing. Rolls and who knows what else.
So I have never fouled her before. Doesn't mean I shouldn't sit there and grab reagents. So reagents allow you to make potions. I'm telling you, potions are really
I mean, we have plenty of things in the shop that are worth just as much coin. Lucan found the claw about a year after he opened the store. But why did he where he got it? It's a tricky one.
here's another one. Here's something you wouldn't even think of. But bees can be used to make potions. Fish can be made, use potions. Mushrooms, flowers, some animal parts. I think this is one of the areas where I run into some wolves. Now there's a moose. Those are usually good for hunting. You can, venison is good for you. Huh. Thought for sure I'd be able to get that fungus. All right, well, let's go follow her. No, she's not going this way. Where'd she go? Did I lose her? There's a butterfly. Got it. I lost my chute. Okay. I think I'm gonna need a journal. Okay, it's not correctly. So I was supposed to follow her, then I got distracted. Now she's probably way ahead of me. So let me try to rush up this trail and see if I can catch her. Ooh, flame that one. So there she went back. Or I need to catch up to her. I'm gonna hope she went back. My goodness, is that her?
You think the man is
I'm gonna say no. And then when you get in some of these things, you don't want to grab really heavy stuff. Because you figure you can probably grab it on the way out. A lot of times I'm just I didn't want that. Let's look at the map. Okay. Here's more of that salt. And even though it's plentiful at times, you grab it while you can because it gets to a point where it's no longer easy to find. About the time that you really need it. There's a keg of beer for you, Harvey. Yeah, look, treasure chest. Iron shield of minor blocking. So you know it's got some weight, it's worth having. So if I was fighting with just a sword and shield, then it's a good item to have. Right now I'm fighting with a sword and a magic spell, which seems to do better for me. Trying to think. Ooh, look. Well, I see something of mine. Just how to get there without hurting myself. So you always want to be mining for materials here. Iron, which is pretty easy to buy in that, but it's worth buying sometimes to get some jewels. For that one, I just got iron ore. There's no one over here. Yeah, I think I might get a jewel out of this one. But it's based on your, I think, kind of like your luck. Okay. Oh, here we go. There's a different way of getting the bleak barrels, but I see it. Now, how do I get to it? I think actually probably from the other side, but let's see if I can do it from this side. Let's get. Man, if I can get over this, I could do it. All right, that ain't gonna do it. Ah, here we go. This is how you do it. Now we're playing a little Skyrim. There's This was one of the tougher ones to get into. I don't remember if there was a. They're almost worthwhile. Going back to Whiterun and selling some stuff. Get a little lighter. Maybe making a couple heal potions. If not, buy some heal potions. Because this is one of the bigger dungeons. There's some decent adversaries here. Here's something Harvey you might recognize. Just thinking. It might suit you. No pun. Get it? Suit. I guess that's how it's worthwhile.
Take a look.
To see what you can sell. So I sell baked potatoes. Some of the stuff I'm going to keep, but some are worth having. So I have Imperial Boots, Imperial Bow, I have Bow Chills. The Chills does more damage. So it's worth having. Once again, I got. Let's see, has anything changed what he has? I don't think so. Probably haven't been gone long enough for that to happen. Steel Nordic gauntlets. How are they better than the gauntlets I have? I have bracers, armor 11. Gauntlets, armor 13. So it is better, but once again, do I need to be buying this stuff? No, I don't. So I'm just here about making some money. So welcome to MacBean's Scottish Fitness Midnight Madness. So I got done working. Didn't feel like going to sleep. Tomorrow's, we're off. I said it would be a good day to relax and have a couple beers. I can use a tanning rack because I killed a wolf, so now I got some leather armor. So thanks for joining in. If you're into fitness, that is kind of what I do. Oh, here we go. So I made a pouch which will allow me to carry more. Oh, got a wolf. There we go. Yep. We go back to items, go to apparel. Leather big belt bag right. So now my carrying capacity went from 305 to 355. Woo-hoo! Now, there are some things I want to sell, but he only buys certain things. They only buy certain things. So you kind of got to wait around for everything to open up. So what you can do is you can play around and grab reagents. And there are a lot of reagents in town to get. And that wastes some time. Or you can go buy a bed and you can do some resting, or you can find some place to sit and you just sit and wait. And a lot of times that's what I do. I just do the sit and wait. There are some advantages to resting for healing. But like here, I can just hit the chair, sit. When I sit, I think I can hit the Y. Wait how long? So it's 8:24 p.m. The shops don't open up until around 9 or 10. So I'm going to say at least 13 hours. We'll do 14. Okay, enjoy my bachelor life for the week. I've let the beard kind of grow. Did get me a Santa hat. Now it's time to do some trading. I do have some gold. Oh, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? So let's first go to the smelter, because I have picked up some ore. And with iron ore, I can make iron weapons, which makes me money, 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 money. So I can go here. I go with banded armor. So I bought that one agate of corundum. So I can make banded armor, which is worth 200. And then I can go to the workbench, and I need another corundum to improve it, which is not really money well spent. And then I'll sit there and go here to the sharpening tool and see if I can do anything. Well, might as well sit there and make that pickaxe better. And here's one of my favorite people for trading. So first of all, I see what can I sell. Well, I can sell that banded armor I just made. Now, I spent more than 78 gold on that agate of corundum I needed, but that's the way it goes at this point. So I sell it. I got the bow of chills, got the bracers, got that. The leather I won't sell, I'll keep. That I won't sell, I'll keep. I'll keep, and I'll keep. So I've got, I look at it, see what you got. So it's 101 gold to make that armor. Looking good. Have a fun weekend. I scored a fantastic deal. New food saver worth about $200. No kidding. Paid 50 cents for it. Scored. That is a huge score. I had a pretty good score. I think I showed it on one of my those KitchenAid mixers. They're usually $5.49. Amazon Days had them for $3.99. I had the wife order it. They canceled the order for some reason. Well, Costco had it for $3.99, and then they had a $100 coupon. So I ended up getting it for $2.99. So not as good as your score, but it worked out well. 50 cents. There you go. Food saver. Good job, Harvey. That is awesome. So let me see what they got for apparel. Weapons. Hunting bow of that. Hunting bow of that. So she really don't have anything that I'm interested in. I could buy some iron agates and make some stuff, but I'm going to get some of that stuff anyway. So I am just going to
Don't forget to check inside the shop.
leave it at that. That worked out pretty well. So let's see how much weight I have listened. Yeah, time to go make some potions. A good score, Harvey. Food saver didn't even food saver for 5 cents. So I'm gonna make some more potions. I used to sit there and pay to level up here, but there's really no reason to. But what I can do is I can sell potions and get more reagents from them.
Long as you a little wheat and blister wart makes a healing potion if you didn't know. We have plenty of ingredients for sale too.
Okay. So what do you got for
So
sale?
you're interested in my potions and ingredients?
Yeah, kind of. So this is why I make potions. Potions are easy money. They are easy money. Easy money, easy money. So I will buy, I'll sell my potions to her. I'll buy almost every reagent she has. Then resell potions. I mean, a lot of times you just eat one of the reagents, and that gives you one of the first things they can do. There we go. And then I can make more potions and make even more money. Then I can buy. Well, there's either ways of doing it. Okay. So
Back anytime.
I bought all these reagents I can make more potions with. So I have about the same amount of money I had when I first walked in. Now I'll sit there and make all these damn potions. So 4 or 5 barter is usually the first one to do. I get 5% for 30 seconds. So when I go over to the next guy to sell some stuff, I'll use this one. And then craft. And I have fortified congregation, which I may not use, but the potions are worth a lot of money. Damage help. Let me get rid of these things. Value of 3, I don't think so. Value of 3, no.
You'll find comics, sags, fantasies, and potions on my shelves. Perhaps to your heart's content.
There we go.
If there's anything I can help you with.
So I'm going to quit accounting because I realized I bought a lot of reagents that I didn't sit there and eat yet. I mean, eat yet? All right. So if you don't know the first one, eating it gives you the first possibility of 4, which is worth having. Fortified smithing. Ooh, cool. So you go through and even I don't know, I was on the first one. You sit there and Take a bite. There we go. And I have all these things hitting me going, oh, what's happening? We're sure at Midnight Madness. And now I can see what other potions I can make. So yeah, restore health. Which I want to make a few of those. Restore magicka, not so much, but you know, hey, it doesn't hurt.
I offer remedies for ailments both common and rare.
And then when you do that, you'll sit there and go, okay, well, let's see. I have a bunch of those. See what else. All right, well, I didn't do anything else. So anytime that you have kind of a potion that you can make with
I sell cures for all ills, and I'll be happy to serve.
there we go. You want to sit there and add another reagent to it. And see if you can get a different ingredient out there. So let me see, you know. I do try to make it a little harder than it needs to be. You just kind of pick and choose. Oh, look at that. Fortify heavy armor. Boom. I don't have heavy armor, but it's a really good potion.
I offer remedies for ailments both common and rare. Do let me know if I
So
can serve.
you just kind of, you know, you can cheat and you can sit there and kind of, you know, go online and find out all these things are doing. But I like to sit there and try to discover it, you know, by just doing it. And sometimes I'll just sit there and go, oh, let's look at something. So I got a bee,
Sell cures for all ills.
and I got a Keenus root, and let's do a void salt. And look, weakness is shock, I discovered. So here's a white cap, salt pile,
If there's anything I can help you with, you have my
and fire salts. Wow, I've discovered a bunch of things there. So regenerate magicka fire salts, regenerate magicka salt pile, weakness of frost, fire salts, restore magicka fire salts, restore magicka white cap. And now I made a powerful potion that's worth much, much, much more money. Then you quit, you know, you made a bunch of money now. The potions are also powerful things to have. And I can go back and get my money back.
You look rather pale. Ah,
She always say you
you're
look
an
pale.
alchemist then.
Oh, I'm white. What can I say? So let me sell some potions. Weakness of shock. I don't want that. Fortify barter I'm going to use. Fortify conjugation. So I think I might build myself up to I try to keep all the restore ones I can. And the resistance. So I have like resist fire. But a lot of those you don't. Oh, there we go. Got one of this bolt. So And I'm not using a lot of Magica. One thing I always do keep is healings and restore health. You got to keep those. I don't think I'm using heavy armor right now. Now I got over 1,000 gold. There is much rejoicing.
Come back anytime.
So now there's another trader just across the way, which I can sit there and buy and sell some of his stuff. A lot of times what I do is see what they have. If there's anything worth having, then I kind of
Sure, you'll find what you're looking for. If not,
Yeah.
everything's for sale. Take a look.
everything's for sale. So weapons. Not there's anything weapons I'm interested. Necklace of the Minor Knight. It's a heavy armor thing. Robes of Destruction. If I was playing a mage, I'd go for that. Ring of Minor Lockpicking. Lockpicking is easier. Here's another one. None of that. But potions. Potion of Cure Diseases are always nice to have. Let's see what books we got. Beggar Prince. Candlelight. I think I have that one. Fury. I don't think I need that. So miscellaneous. Bear pelt. I can make a bear pelt in the leather. It's helpful. That's helpful. Iron ore. I can do stuff with that. So I'll buy that. Leather strips. There's some ingots I might be able to do something with. Steel ingots I can do things with. Do I want to sit there and waste my potion on that? Well, I'm not really wasting my potion because here's the way I look at it. I'll buy a potion. So let's make prices 5% better really quick.
Some may call this junk.
Yeah.
I call it treasure.
So go to miscellaneous, shoot down there toward where I want to be. So steel ingots, saved 2 gold on those. It's worthwhile. Don't need those yet. Leather strips are worth having. That's about it. Blood. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Yeah, don't do that. Get sell that now. Sell that. Yeah, I think I'll keep. I'll keep that one. There we go. So, not bad. Still got a lot of money here. So, let me see. Some things I got to do here. Oh, yeah, that spell. Unless I already have it. Books. There we go. 10 thumbs up. Thanks, somebody, for doing that. I appreciate it. So those are my 2 major areas I hit. There is one up there further I would hit too. But not yet at this time. And I will be right back. It's break time. Alrighty, I'm back. Da-da-da. So now it's time to go back to Bleak's Barrow. So I should pick up a level doing this. Trying to remember. Oh yeah. I think it's time to get the bow out. I'll use the better arrows. There we go. Picked up a level of sneak. Are the automatic save points or they're automatic save points, or can you save it? You can save any time. And there is some automatic times, like when you enter a dungeon, it saves. When you fast travel to a town, it saves. But here's what I find out is you'll be out in an adventure and you're fighting, and you're traveling all over the place and you forget to save and then you die stupidly. And you realize the last 15 minutes of adventure just got wiped out. So, but yes, you can save anytime. And I usually do that before I get in some major stuff. But like even if I died here, I could still start back in Whiterun from where I left because I had automatic saved. So yep. So I got some enemies here. Now what I can do, if I didn't sell them all, I did. But if I still had some potions of damage health, I could poison my arrows. There we go. Got her. I'm planning to. Yeah, well, keep waiting. There. So since I got everybody with archery skills, all those experience points went to archery. Now I'm not really picking up any. Well, I suppose I can. I can pick up the stuff and I can just leave the stuff there at the entrance. Because you really get loaded up here really quick. So there were 3 I had to take out right away. Now, like gold don't weigh anything, and your arrows don't weigh anything. Well, you can, but not much. But it's like once I get ready to go inside, any of this stuff here, stuff right here, I'm gonna anything that I don't need to have with me, I'm gonna drop. So, even though the iron battle axe does more damage as a 2-handed weapon, I'm not really doing that. I don't need another hunting bow. Not using a dagger, not using the war axe. So I am keeping the steel sword. When I look at apparel, So you got the armors that you took from them. This is just weight I don't need. So I just dropped that there. For some reason it gives some damage. And here, so Bleak's Falls Temple, when I open it up it should save, but I can do a save at any time. And I know at least if I end up dying, and I do at times, I can come back to this point. So I'm sneaking. And this is one of the weird ones. This is where, all right, so I can see people there. Killed one already. Make that two. Then you can see there's a lot of battling going on. So you got these skeevers, which are monsters you run into. And you're running a lot of these bandits who are fighting these skeevers. So at this point, I'm grabbing steel arrows, iron arrows, and everything else I'm kind of leaving. Because it's just going to load me up. The skeevers I'm taking because they're reagents. Believe it or not, I can make potions out of them. But the rest of the stuff, when you're going through a long dungeon like this, they're not worth grabbing a lot of the things I have. So they're weapons I don't need. Anything that, that carries weight, it's really just not going to be any use to me at all. So gold don't cost anything. Potions are worth having. Scrolls are worth having. Anything that carries weight like weapons, then I've already got the weapons I'm going to use. I don't need. So now we go into deep, dark, dingy gloom. So anytime I see spider webs, I go back where I can throw fire. Okay, so this one. I don't like. Level up available. Let's level up. So here, I think I'm going to see how my magic is 110, my health is 110, my stamina is 110. I'm going to pop it into health. And then I'm going to look at I'm going to make things better there. Sneak. It'll make it harder for me to be detected when I'm sneaking. Anytime it gets scary, it's usually a good time to save. Just saying. Doesn't hurt. Like I said, I tend to, with this character, he's going to be more of a attack from a distance character. When I play a Nord, well, then I have the big war axe, and I just kind of jump in there and get involved right away. Well, this is a Breton, which are really good for mage stuff, but I already played him as such. So I'm trying to play them a little bit different this time. I'm going to be a little bit more sneaky. So this is going to be more of my thief type character. Oop. There we go. So anytime I see somebody in front of me, I switch over to the bow. Why? Because this is one of those ones that you have to sit there and determine the right way of doing something or you'll die. That was interesting. So here we have a snake, a whale, and you got to change these things to where they're supposed to be. Then you got one that's busted. When you look down there, busted one's a snake. So it should be snake, snake, whale. And you'll see it's not. So you go over here and you switch this to snake. Snake. And this changes every time you come here. Whale. So they're supposed to match what's up there. So you have one that fell down. Then you open this. If you don't do it right, well, then you end up like the bandit outlaw. Just saying. So everything should be fine. There we go. Da-da-da. And see, I actually moved to my bow because I thought I had to engage him, but he ended up getting himself killed anyway. So anyway, so here is a lesser soul gem and another treasure chest. Iron great sword. I don't need it. The gold will take. The arrows will take. Oh, here's a book. Thief. Pickpocket has increased to 16. Of course, I never do pickpocket. But anyway, and then a potion of minor healing, which is always a good thing to have. Now, down to the deep, dark, dingy gloom. I think we have skeevers down here too. Which is okay. I can deal with them. So 2 I fried and 1 I chopped up. And, you know, skewers are part of potion stuff. Okay. All right, here's when we get into the interesting stuff. This is when you gotta be careful. Hey, Twisted Pixie, how you doing? Happy Thanksgiving. So, I'm just not ready to go to bed yet. I work second shift, so I don't get off until almost midnight anyway. And I haven't done Midnight Madness for a long time. I used to do this before. And I get a lot of people on the West Coast and the Hawaiian Islands and stuff like that. So I figured it was time to do it again. I'm just sitting here relaxing, playing some Skyrim, having a couple brewskis as I am home alone and just trying to relax and have a good time. Tomorrow I'll go over to my friend's house for Thanksgiving. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, even though I have off, I'm working some overtime, but they're only 4-hour shifts, so it'll be pretty cool stuff. But thanks for joining in. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up. And I hope you have a very happy Thanksgiving. Oh, yeah. It's Australian for beer. But I like the nice size cans. A 12-ounce can seems So weird in my hand. So there's a potion, there's a scroll. Probably a good scroll. Ah, there we go. I see my buddy there pretty quick. I think I've got a spider here to kill pretty quick. Pretty quick, I think I got one to kill. Yeah, pretty big spider too, if I remember right. Oh yeah, here we come. Yeah. Yeah, that was a major spider. Damn near killed me. So, the guy pleading for help is not a good guy. I'm just telling you. And I'll wait till I heal up a little bit, make sure none of our spider drops down on me. I get the spider eggs. Oh yeah, I'll help you. How's this for helping? Yeah. I cut him down. And there's a golden claw. There's a journal. Find the secret. I don't know what the secret's supposed to be, but I really don't care about the secret. It's actually probably a good time for me to turn around and leave. So what it is a good time is to save. Because now I get to fight dead things. Oh, destruction increased to 20 is good. Rebuke. Okay. Okay, well, this is going to be interesting. So I've downloaded something. Yeah, it must have been from an old download or whatever. So it's like it's asked me to do some weird things. Okay, doesn't make any sense. So I think it was something I downloaded that didn't quite go through. It's a dangerous place here. That's all I got to say. So once again, thanks for stopping by. In Scottish Fitness, trying here to have this relaxing time. No, they burn good. Which is definitely helping my destruction. Baking and prepping stuff for Thanksgiving dinner on Friday. There you go. Yeah. So luckily, I'm just going over to a friend's house for it. No, I am bringing beans and corn and some drinks, whatever's left. Trying to find my way out of here. Well, I think maybe I get a power word here. Good place to save. I've been doing a lot. I did the quick save. I didn't want to do the quick save. I wanted to do a real save. Oh, there we go. I think there's a word of power here. I have 13 coming. And, oh, I'm sorry that you're wheelchair bound. 13's a big group. I'm going to my friend's house. There might be about, I don't know, 10 of us or so. We'll see how that goes. I got two huge cans. I have a huge can of green beans and a huge can of corn that I bought one time as a joke. And not so much of a joke now. So I figure I better use them before they are no longer usable. So I'm going over there. And then Sunday, I'm going to do some shooting at a trap range. I'll be right back. All right. Time to get through this bleak ball squirrel. I don't remember this one being so hard. Making a awful amount of food. Well, you're supposed to do that on Thanksgiving. Make a lot of food. The friend I'm going over to is going to make a ton of food because on the weekends he cooks for the rest of the week anyway. So we are going to have some food. Ooh, this is important stuff. You gotta get all those I can, because those babies improve smithing. And you can make some serious, and I do mean serious, weapons with this stuff. I'm not even kidding. It's like worth gold. Speaking of gold, 2 fireballs. Yes, yeah. There we go. Interesting. We'll go this way. And we'll save. Just in case. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I've been putting away too for a rainy day. Unfortunately. World is becoming a strange place. Went on Twitter, hadn't been on there for 3 years. I wanted to see if anything changed. It didn't. Got the same people. And then if they lose an argument, they block you. Yeah, they can take this guy out. Any reason to go down there? I don't think so. Let's go this way. But yeah, it was like, they haven't changed. That's Shannon Watts, anti-gun broad, and that. And she's using these last tragedies for her things, and I busted her on every one of them. So what'd she do? She blocked me. Oh, you argued me. Block. It's just another person trying to argue with me about the benefits of vitamins. I'm like, really? And he was trying to act like he had some sort of science background. And here's what I like about Ben Shapiro when he's like, don't try to argue from a point of education. Because all the education means is you paid money to learn what was there for free. But, he's trying to argue me about the advantage of vitamins and minerals, which I did a huge amount of research on, even did videos on. He was like, well, you know what you're talking about. I said, actually, I'm a biochemist. I know exactly what I'm talking about. And it was about vaccines. I'll be honest with you. I gave him a chance. I had 2 shots. Wife had 3. We both got COVID. And I'm still thinking just now back to normal. I don't know if it's from the COVID or from the damn shot. My brother and his wife had 4 shots. And they got COVID. Well, I talked to a doctor and medical profession. We had a long talk. He said, well, number one, it's not a vaccine. it's gene therapy, and you shouldn't be doing it. And I put an end to it. Battery save is on. That means I better go get me I think might be okay. Yeah, I think I'll be okay. Because I'm getting ready to go to night here pretty quick anyway. And once I finish this one, it'll be time to, And I mean, pure blood's okay, but I'll be honest, I don't really like the pure blood comment either. I was in the service. We had a lot of shots. I gave it the opportunity to prove itself. It didn't. And now it's time for it to go. It doesn't prevent anything. It doesn't protect you. And what I got is I was saying you were better off. The comment was you were better off taking vitamin C and D3 and zinc to boost your immune system. And this, garbage troll, whatever he was trying to argue with me about that. Well, where's your research? Well, I showed him all my research. Oh, you're trying to use WikiLeaks? No, that was the Mayo Clinic. Mayo Clinic, boy, Mayo Clinic. And then I realized he was just one of those. So I stopped. I said, listen, I have nothing against vaccines. I've had so many vaccine shots in my life, it ain't even funny. I get a tetanus shot anytime I go to the doctor. When's your last one? I don't know. Give me another one. I had a great uncle die from tetanus. I'll take that shot every time. These are proven shots. Polio is a proven shot. Smallpox is a proven shot. This shit they're throwing out here, no. And I said, then, and they're not talking about where it came from. It came from China. Why don't we sit there and really putting China to task on this? Why? Well, because they own your ass. That's why. I don't want to get them in. Let's play the game again. Besides, we're just preaching to the choir, right? But I don't like the term pure blood. Nobody his blood is not pure because they tried to shot her too. I said, but if they keep getting COVID and they keep taking the shot, well, then that's it. All right, the pneumonia shots. Yeah, I've taken them because I'm at that age. And I want to take that other one. Trying to remember the name of it. We had chicken pox, and the other one, my brother got it, so it was really bad. And I went to go get that shot, and I said, "Oh, you're not old enough to do it." And then I found out, I was. So I have no problem with vaccines. The ones that took 20, 30, 40, 50 years to develop. I have a problem with the vaccine that they seemed like showed up too soon. And it didn't. It's not a vaccine. It's gene therapy. It's not a vaccine. They're not using weakened and dead viruses to build your immunity. They're using protein codes. And I understand what protein codes are. I understand what RNA is. I understand what DNA is. I understand what viruses are. I'm really educated in that stuff. And you get these people that just don't do their research, and they just say, "Oh, this I heard this, so it must be true." I'm going, you need to research. And I got COVID. The wife got COVID in October. She had a couple shots. I didn't, remove myself from her presence, and I didn't get it. I didn't get it until December of last year. And I was over the main part of it in about 5 to 6 days, but I really think it affected me for months. I mean, I'm just now. That was December. I'm just now getting back into the 400s of my lifting. That usually doesn't take me that long to recover, so I think there was more going on there. And then when my brother got it and his wife got it, and they've been vaccinated numerous times, more than I have, I told them, I said, stop getting the shot. It isn't what they say it is. It's not doing anything. I'm not even sure why they're doing the shot. Nothing's good about it. I gave them the opportunity, and I seen they were lying. Dollars. Yeah, money. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's always about money. I don't care what they say. It's always about the money. It's a golden rule. He who has gold makes the rules. I see these college kids and how they're so misinformed. And I remember when I was in college. Well, not college. I remember when I was in high school. I went in the service afterwards. In high school, back in the oil crisis, and the world was going to run out of oil. And I remember arguing with my army buddy when I was in the service. When he said, "Well, there's far more oil," and they're talking about, "Oh no, 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 no," and then, I look back, I'm like, yeah, I fell for that shit too. Like I said, Churchill said it the best. If you're not a liberal when you're 20, you don't have a heart. If you're not a conservative by 30, you don't have a brain. And when I look at Twitter, there's a lot of brains missing. Lots of brains missing. and think I'm going to have to get my power cord up here real quick. Hang on a second. I'm running off a battery. And I think the battery's about done. 2-pronged or 3? It's 3. All right. So the one thing I discovered is if you're going to buy computers for you and other members of your family, buy the same brand. So all 3 computers I have. Come on, baby. Hang on there. All right. Pissing me off. So all 3 computers I have are the same brand. So we've got around the house. Hey, Suzie, how you doing? Haven't seen you for a while. Glad you made it. Thanks a lot. Thanks everybody for the thumbs up. So a little Skyrim, a little ranting, and all that other good stuff. I forgot this dungeon was so was as long as it was. So, what I tell people is listen, get informed, make your own decision. Don't listen to politicians. Don't listen to Hollywood people. Don't even listen to me. Do your research. One of the reasons I like some of the creators like Rudy and Alaskan Prepper is he tells you, don't take my word for it, do your research. When the other people say, well, I am right and whatever you say is wrong just because whatever, I'm like, yeah, got to go. And I've met a lot of good people here on the creators and YouTubes and things like that, which I appreciate. I've learned a lot. I think the one thing you don't ever want to do, this is coming from me who's 61 years old, is you don't ever think that you're too old or too wise or too learned to learn something. Eric, thank you. I appreciate it. It was my honor to serve. And all 3 of my kids served too, which was fantastic. Didn't plan on that, but it did happen. But yeah, it's just do your own research. Don't let anybody tell you what you should do with your life. You gotta be in charge of your own destination and everything. And it's okay to fail. Everybody fails. Just pick yourself up and keep going again. But if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. These old additives. It sounds too good to be true. It is. And you just got to remember those things. And if they call you a name, if they label you, then there's a problem. Because everybody should be able to have a conversation and have a discourse in different opinions without throwing labels. And here's the problem with social media, which is one of those oxymorons, because social media is not social. Because if you disagree with me, I'm gonna call you a name, whatever it is. And I remember I was at one job and somebody was arguing with me, and we were having a strong discourse, and then they started using vulgar language. And I said, well, now I know you've lost the argument. Because what do you mean? I said, well, the tool of somebody who has no intelligent response is to use profanity. and they couldn't even speak. And they later admitted to me they never got, you know, burned like that before. And I said, I wasn't trying to burn you. I was just explaining to you. When you start using vulgar language, it means you no longer have an intelligence discourse. Right. Too. You turn. I said, thank you. I will, Eric. Thank you very much. So, let me see if I can get through this rest of this dungeon and not die. Oh, can I level up? Well, I can. Yeah, we're going to go with health again. And now it'll be even harder to know. You know, the people who are successful are the people who fail but pick themselves back up. Those are the people who are successful. Ones that are not are the ones that keep repeating the same mistake. Like I said, it's okay to make a mistake. Everybody makes them. It's what you do afterwards that changes. Yeah, I remember this place. Very dangerous. Getting a lot of destruction spells here. But you're right. If you don't learn, you'll keep repeating it. And it is. Don't learn from history, well, you'll keep repeating the mistakes too. And they don't learn from history. Or they try to rewrite history. Like I said, I was on Twitter for a couple hours the other day, and I was like, yeah, nothing's changed. One thing, I did actually have Elon Musk respond to one of my comments. That was funny. That was one on somebody using improper math. This guy's getting where our education system fails because they're saying, well, Elon Musk spent $44 billion purchasing, Twitter. Well, he could have seen how the population of the planet is only like 8 billion people. He could have gave like $1.5 billion, dollars to every person on the planet. I'm like, oh God, that's not how math works. And this is the second time I've seen this. Another time where that one New York politician spent $500 million on his campaign and gave up. So I said, well, he could have spent that $500 million and he could have gave everybody in America, like $1.25 million. I'm like, no, he could have gave everybody about $1.50. You need to learn your math. And Elon Musk actually responded to this. So I think they're just, doing this for fun. And I'm like, no, Elon, they thought this shit was true. They really thought that you could give everybody $1 billion. When I told you could have gave everybody $5.50. And then the idiot, who's pushing the vaccines, and I said, well, vitamin C and vitamin D and zinc would be better for you. And then he's like trying to give me shit about that. Like, he's some sort of scientific, person and that's, oh God, I buried him so bad. Well, you're using WikiLeaks. I said, no, I'm using research from the Mayo Clinic. Mayo Clinic. Oh, you just use one source. I said, yeah, the Mayo Clinic doesn't use one source. I said, you're just a troll and an idiot. And then he finally gave it up. The only thing we agreed on that Pink Floyd was really good music. It's just, and then they say things they would never say one-on-one. That's another issue I have because I think when people are in front of each other, they're far more polite than they are online. On some cases, on the YouTube creators I'm with, everybody's very polite. Everybody's very good people, like the ones I have talking right now. Because, well, we're really people and we're not trolls. And we know how hard it is to make a living. You know, one of the few actors I did respect was, if I won't get his name right, but he played on a few movies, but he says if you're listening to a Hollywood celebrity, you shouldn't because we live in glass houses. And he admitted we live in glass houses. You shouldn't listen to us about anything but politics and that. And that's the only one I sit there and respected because he's telling the truth. Vitamins were in our better. Yeah, they are. I mean, they make you healthier. Now you got to understand, the benefits and the dangers of them too. And I did a series on vitamins and minerals. Miss Worm asked me to do that, and I did a bunch of videos. They're way, way, way back there. They're on live streams, but I sat there and told you the benefits of vitamin A, the B complexes, the C's, D's, vitamin E, the vitamin K's, zinc, potassium, magnesium, and this guy's trying to argue with me. I'm going, dude, there's literally tons of research proving my point. I take vitamins every morning. So I take a multivitamin, just trying to, it's a catch-all. I take, and this is what I'm doing it right. There's times I fall off the wagon just like anybody else, but this is what I'm doing it right. And I take vitamin C. If it's not sunny out, and it was the last 2 days, and if I'm not, and when it's sunny out, I go outside and my skin's exposed because, like today, I didn't even have a shirt on. I don't have to take vitamin D, but if it's not sunny out, I take vitamin D, vitamin D3, kind of the same thing. I take zinc, take magnesium, I take potassium. Creatine is in my pre-workout. So I have a pre-workout that I got from, he's sponsoring it and it does have creatine in it, but also has arginine. And if you follow me, you know I speak the world of arginine. So arginine is a amino that really helps with the heart health and the vascular health and anything to do with that. So zinc, I usually take zinc during the day. Evening would be a good time. Zinc and magnesium in the evening would probably be a good time because it helps you sleep. That DMA, that's zinc, magnesium anhydrase. But if you buy it separately, it's a lot cheaper. I take vitamin C in times of stress, both in the morning and in the late afternoon or evening, because vitamin C doesn't store. And this guy's like, well, you just pee vitamin C right out. Yeah, you do. If you take a whole fucking bottle of it, you'll piss it out. But if you take 500 to 1,000 milligrams in the morning, afternoon, and evening, you keep it in there because yes, it can't store. You just take it more often. Duh. Now, D's and K's and things that store fatty tissue, you don't want to overdo because you're not releasing them right away. And there's certain levels of what you should be taking on that. Iron is one of the things you got to be careful of. Now, like 60% of people suffer from an iron deficiency, but then taking too much iron has caused in the past a lot of deaths too. So you got to be careful about that. I take iron once a week, but I cook with cast iron. So and the information is there to read. It's easy to access. So I did them, so I take D3, I take zinc, I take a B complex, I take vitamin K, I take a lot of B3, which is niacin to help with my cholesterol, and magnesium, because magnesium is involved in over 600 reactions in your body. And this guy's trying to argue with me. I'm going like, dude, I researched this, and I researched it because I had my subscribers ask me to. So I was like, you got to be kidding me. So you can take zinc at any time during the day. It's helpful to take this stuff with food because then it slows the digestion and that. But yeah, you can take zinc anytime you want. But if you probably take it in the evening, it might help with sleep. Cocal 10. So I can't do iron, and I'll use cast iron. There you go. So you're right. So you research and you make adjustments. So like iron absorption is aided with vitamin C. So if you have a problem with iron, take more vitamin C, and then what iron you get from cooking with the iron skillet, you'll get more use out of it. Same thing. Vitamin K is more reactive if you take vitamin D. And how do you learn these things? You go online and you research it. It's free. It's right there. And that was the one thing I had with this guy. He's trying to act like, he had his picture like he's a big scientist, stuff like that. I said, dude, I'm a biochemist. Been to college. I do my own research. Being healthy is kind of my thing. And then he's going to sit there and argue with me. So obviously you don't sit there and look at people's profiles. But before I engage with somebody, I look at their profile. I want to see what they know. Before I say something stupid. They just say something stupid. And yes, everybody's situation is different. And so they need to research and find the right things to do. So, because I know I have one subscriber that she can't take calcium because it really messes up with her system, but she can do other things that help. And so she knew that, okay, I can't do this, but if I take this supplement, and if I take supplement, and if I eat these foods, I can get what I need to get without taking a calcium pill. So there was someone that understood a deficiency and went and did the research to work around it. So yeah, and really I did that because I had subscribers ask me to do that. What are the benefits? So I went and researched. Before every video, I spent 4 or 5 hours of researching so I could present, and I wrote down notes because I like writing down things. That's how I remember things. And I still have those notes in my notebooks, so I could give out real information. And I think that's one of the failings we have is we don't give out real information. We worry too much about popular information. And this is once again, it's one of the things I like about the people I meet at these sites because, y'all are real people and you don't fall for that. And you research, you learn things on your own. Nobody knows everything. I'm the first one to admit I don't know everything. Even at 61 years old, I don't know everything. I still got so much more to learn. I got so much more to experience, to enjoy. Yeah, I've just started living. I unfortunately I feel some people my age group have figured, okay, now I need to stop living. Don't do that. Don't ever stop living. Yeah, Harvey is really a really good mod, and this is one of the true benefits of moderations that I enjoy. And Harvey was one of the first ones that introduced me to this. So moderator. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's just they can bring out good information, and when you get the trolls, they can shut them down real quick. So Harvey's been with me, I think, the longest, and that was Miss Worm, who asked if I wanted to do it, and I knew her from Alaskan Prepper. I said, sure. And then Harvey, I knew you from, I think it was Gray Man Prepping with Cuba. And then I picked a few others, and it is good when you're having a good conversation and you get some troll or somebody who wants to sit there and mess with stuff. And I had one goes, well, your moderators are blocking me. You should control your moderators. I'm like, no, moderators and I are pretty much on the same wavelength. And you're right, you can't ever give up. Always keep fighting. For whatever it is, always keep fighting. You're still right, Twisted Pixie. Never give up. And never accept failure. It's okay to fail. Everybody fails. And they fail more than once. It's not okay to accept the failure. You fail, you will sit there and evaluate, and you improve, and you come at it again. And if you fail again, you evaluate, and you improve, and you come at it again. I haven't got to my point in lifting by giving up the first time that I didn't win or I had an injury. And it's a real battle. I mean, it's not easy. It's kind of saying, oh, you're just blessed. You just do this. No, I have the same battles everybody else has. I just, at one point, I decide that I am going to continue on fighting. And I want to continue on getting better. And that's what I want everybody else to do. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with failure. To keep at it. Twist, I'll tell you right now, keep at it. Keep trying to walk and be safe and don't take any risks. But that was demise of my dad. He had a stroke. He lost control of his left side of the body for the most part. And every time he'd fall down, something would break. Leg would break or hip would break. And by the third time of breaking the leg, he couldn't walk anymore. And once he got completely wheelchair bound, it just, life went for. So yeah, keep working on it. I don't care if you got to crawl or whatever, you keep working on it. Because I tell you, that is going to be the turning point. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do it. And as long as you're trying, you're succeeding. As long as you're trying, you're succeeding. Remember that. Yeah, I think I'm going to shut down the game here, or it's going to shut down. And I'm thanking everybody for joining in me. This turned out to be a very good live stream. We had some great conversations in that, and we do. And I'd like to continue on, but it's 2:30 a.m. and I do have things I have to do tomorrow. But once again, thank you for joining in, everybody. Twisted Pixie and Eric King and Harvey Black and Seedziak and everybody else and the ones that hung around the background. Thanks for joining in too. I appreciate you coming in and clicking on the live stream. I hope you find what the information I give you is helpful and or entertaining. And I try to do some things that are just entertaining too, like the walks in the woods and stuff like that. Remember, always enjoy life. Get the best out of life you can. All right. And have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving and a wonderful weekend. God bless you all. I has got to go to bed. But thank you. I appreciate you guys joining in.